story begins in a quiet and desolate desert. We see three friends approaching a luxurious house in the middle of this vast desert. They have come here for their vacation. This luxurious house belongs to Hader's uncle. However, he is currently out of town for work. So Hader sneaks out to this place with her two friends, Charlotte and Dio, so that she can witness the meteorite shower expected in the area tonight. Charlotte, who is a social media influencer, goes live and tells everyone how she plans to spend her vacation there tonight. She says that they will watch the meteorite fall live from Hader's house and will broadcast the entire event on her channel so that her fans can also witness this meteor shower. Charlotte is very excited about this because she is already a famous social media influencer, but today's event will increase her popularity even more. Here, apart from Charlotte and Hader, their third friend Dio is very different from both of them because Dio neither uses social media nor wears fashionable clothes, which Charlotte also makes fun of during her live stream. After this, the three of them bring drinks and make all the preparations for tonight's party. However, none of them has any idea what the meteorite is going to bring to Earth that night. Slowly, evening falls and they begin to see the meteorite. Hader and Dio are astonished to see it because this meteorite is much brighter than the others. Meanwhile, Charlotte becomes worried because just when she is supposed to live stream all these events, the network on all her phones suddenly goes out. After the meteorite strikes, the three of them continue their plan and enjoy themselves, sipping drinks in the quiet desert. After a while, Hader and Dio convince Charlotte not to be disappointed that she can't live stream the entire event. They tell her that social media is not her whole life and that for now she should enjoy the party. But Charlotte believes that a girl like Dio, who doesn't even have a following, will never understand her fame. The three of them become very drunk while drinking. Suddenly, a strange object falls into their pool, which is outside. It is so hot that the water in the entire pool starts boiling. The three of them notice that the meteorite is now slowly moving and that a strong stench is also coming from it. So Hader immediately starts removing it from the pool to prevent further pollution. After some effort, Hader manages to take it out, and then she realizes that it is not a meteorite but a living creature. However, its body parts are not clearly visible yet. So the three of them start guessing that it might be some desert animal that they don't know about. In fact, they don't know much about any animals anyway. So the three of them go inside and start looking through some animal magazines to learn more about this creature. The internet has not been working here since the meteorite ride collapsed, otherwise they could have taken a photo and searched for it online. Even in the magazines, they don't find any clues. Hader is now worried that her father will be very angry with her because now he will have to clean up this mess. However, Charlotte convinces her that she can't find out much about it right now. Without thinking twice, all three of them drink even more and go back to sleep. In the morning, they wake up with severe hangovers, which leads to a fight between them. After their fight, they have breakfast to feel better, but their mobile phones are now glitching. Dio says that Charlotte's and Hader's phones are more advanced, so they try her phone, which is built on older technology. But that doesn't work either, and it also malfunctions. They can't understand how everyone's phones could stop working at the same time. Charlotte, on the other hand, is an influencer, so she has to publish many posts and videos every day. Otherwise, her following will decrease. That's why she needs the internet and her phone at any cost. She is angrily telling the other two about this when they suddenly hear the sound of the creature they had left on their lawn while drunk last night. The three of them go outside and see that the creature has crawled out of the cloth and is leaving behind a strange black liquid. The three of them then run for safety. Taking a tool, they follow the creature's tracks and spot it a short distance ahead. While the three of them are watching, a boy suddenly appears behind them, startling all of them. The boy introduces himself as Brad and tells them that Hader's father hired his family to clean the lawn of this grand house, and that his family's small wooden cabin is just a short distance away. He also says that there is nothing else in this desert. With that, Brad resumes his work. Then Hader tells him about the strange creature and offers to pay him more if he removes it from their lawn and throws it away. Although Brad refuses at first because he is afraid of such creatures, he finally agrees in exchange for a kiss. The three girls, however, are already afraid of the creature. So Hader and Charlotte kiss Brad and ask him to throw it away. After receiving the kiss, Brad pushes the creature onto a sheet so that he can easily throw it away. But by now, the creature has gained a lot of weight, which makes it very difficult for Brad to move it. When he finally manages to push it onto the sheet, the creature suddenly sprouts ahead and begins emitting extremely strong vibrations, which frighten Brad, and he runs back to his cabin. The three girls also notice that the creature is continuously emitting strange and powerful vibrations. Hader thinks it might be an alien, because yesterday it was just a stone, but today it has grown a head and legs. So what if it really is an alien creature? They should look for it and kill it as soon as possible. However, Dio refuses. Who knows, this alien creature might be dangerous, and they should not kill it without knowing anything about it. She wants to inform the government authorities so they can research it. But now her phone is dead, so she cannot call anyone. Hader, however, believes that they must remove this alien from her property for now. The three three of them begin to pull the massive creature out. But to their surprise, they wonder where this creature got so much flesh inside its small body, because it seems to weigh more than 500 kilograms to them. Still, despite a lot of difficulty, all three of them manage to remove it from their property. After that, they come back and start partying again, because their car will come to pick them up in 2 days, and only then will they inform the government authorities about this alien. Anyway, this alien does not seem dangerous to them, so they start enjoying themselves again after getting intoxicated. But at night, when all three of them are sleeping, Dio's eyes open again because of the strong vibrations. She goes out alone to check and realizes that by emitting these vibrations, the alien creature is probably trying to ask for help. Dio thinks that perhaps the creature is hungry and is trying to communicate with them through these vibrations. She goes to tell this to Hader as well, but Hader does not want to get up so late at night, so Dio, feeling pity for the alien, single-handedly brings it inside. However, she does not even realize that the alien's weight has now become very light. Dio takes it inside, lays it down, and starts feeding it a milkshake from the fridge, and the alien drinks it without any problem. The next morning, when Charlotte wakes up, she notices that all her favorite things are missing from the fridge. Not only that, she gets scared after seeing the same alien in her room again, and she goes straight to Dio's room and gets angry at her, asking how that dirty alien got inside the house. Dio tells her the whole story of the night, but Hader's anger does not subside, and she asks to throw the alien out. When Dio goes to wake it up again, the alien suddenly comes flying at her with great force. The vibrations start again, causing severe headaches for all three of them. Dio says that this alien does not want them to take it out. Charlotte says that now they should ask the family living in the other cabin for help. They also have a car, so that family can put the alien in their car, take it to the nearby town, and hand it over to the authorities. Anyway, their own car is due in 2 days, and their phones are dead, so they cannot do anything on their own right now. Dio leaves Hader and Charlotte at home and goes on her own. She takes a carriage and goes to a nearby cabin to seek help. Charlotte, now alone at home and disturbed by the alien's stench, mixes poison into a drink to kill it and makes it drink it so it will die. If Dio had been there, she would never have allowed this, but Charlotte manages to make the alien drink it. However, the alien uses its powers to control Charlotte's mind and understand her intentions. While controlling Charlotte, it makes her drop the glass of poison. Meanwhile, Hader and Dio have reached the cabin. Although Hader had thought that a dog lived outside the cabin, there is no one there now. They go inside and look around. There are many different kinds of instruments there, scientific instruments that might be used for space research. Dio also sees notes kept there that contain details about space and other galaxies. There are also many scientific formulas used to send signals into space. Dio understands that whoever lived there was involved in deep space and alien life and was doing research on aliens. Perhaps he had also come to see the meteorite 2 nights ago. But where have they all gone now? The family from the cabin is gone and their car is parked outside, so they decide to return for now and come back the next day. When they return home, they find Charlotte lying comfortably in the pool. They explain to her that they found the cabin empty and are now forced to keep the alien in their house for 1 more day. But surprisingly, Charlotte has no problem with this. This is strange because she was the one who was the most enraged after seeing that alien. So what happened to her suddenly? We will find out later. However, Hader is still very enraged by the smell of that alien. Meanwhile, Dio also notices the broken glass lying nearby. At the same time, Charlotte starts eating a lot of fruit at lunch for some strange reason, the same Charlotte who always used to eat less and carefully for the sake of her fitness. Seeing her eat like such a hungry person, Hader and Dio are also surprised at how much Charlotte has changed since they returned. Not only that, after eating, Charlotte goes out into the bright sunlight and starts exercising vigorously. After some time, night falls, and this time Hader wakes up in the middle of the night because she hears a strange sound. After going outside, she cannot believe what she sees with her own eyes. The alien creature is increasing in size, and Charlotte is lying naked and clinging to the alien. Hader screams loudly in panic, but then the alien takes control of Hader's mind. Hader, who is no longer in control of herself, also begins to behave the same way. She takes off her clothes and lies down next to the alien and Charlotte, and the alien begins to get intimate with them. The next morning, Dio wakes up and, seeing them together outside, tells them that it is time for them to return to the city. So Hader asks the cab driver when he will pick them up. But now, both Hader and Charlotte begin behaving strangely. They say their phones are not working, and even if their cab driver comes, they will not go anywhere. At first, Dio thinks that they might be joking with her, or that she is still intoxicated because she took sleeping pills. Here Dio asks both of them about the alien, and then Charlotte tells her that their master is resting in their bedroom. Now Dio becomes even more suspicious that the alien has done something to her companions, and she goes to Charlotte's bedroom to check on it. She sees that the alien creature is now evolving even more with time. Its size has increased a lot, as if it has now adapted itself to Earth's environment. Dio leaves it there and goes back to Hader and Charlotte. She approaches them and asks them to leave because staying there is no longer safe. Charlotte replies that they will never leave and that it would be better if Dio stayed there forever. Dio now understands that both her companions are in the monster's control, so she runs to the cabin to seek help. Upon reaching the cabin, she notices that the keys to the car are missing. If she could find the keys, she could take her friends and escape to the nearby town and inform the police about the alien. However, However, today again, there is no one in the cabin, so Dio quickly searches for the car keys. Meanwhile, she finds the scientific notes again, and surprisingly, a drawing of the same alien creature that is currently in their house. This means that whoever was there was researching this very alien creature. Dio slowly begins to understand how the scientist who came here discovered the alien's planet and how he used the instruments in the cabin. The instruments must have sent a message into space, and following that signal, the aliens arrived on Earth through that meteorite. This is when Dio's attention is drawn to a gunshot mark on the wall. She then sees the scientist lying dead behind the cabin, which means he was already killed by the aliens. Terrified, Dio quickly takes her carriage and heads back to Hader's house to save her two friends from the monster. When she returns, she yells at Charlotte and Hader, telling them everything she saw in the cabin. But Charlotte and Hader remain unmoved by these things. So Dio goes back to the alien's room to confront it, shouting that she knows it has taken control of her friends' minds and is keeping them there. The alien reads Dio's mind and tries to control her, and Dio begins to take off her clothes like her friends. But suddenly she breaks free and does not fall under the alien's spell. She understands that the alien tried to control her mind and must have done the same thing to both of her friends. Here Dio asks the alien about its intentions, and then the alien shows her its world through a vision. It shows how this alien species took complete control of its planet by killing all the other species, and soon no other living beings were left there except themselves. Then they received a signal of life from that scientist on Earth. After that, this alien came to Earth through that meteorite to destroy the other living beings on this planet and take over this world. They want to make this planet their own. In any case, in this desolate universe, planets like Earth are rarely suitable for life. This planet turns out to be even better than the alien's own. That is why the alien grows so quickly. And to increase its population, it preys on those two girls. Dio, now aware of the truth, tells her two friends to flee on foot. But according to Charlotte, they will not go anywhere. Suddenly, Charlotte's stomach begins to grow on its own, and the same thing happens to Hader. Is further shocked to see that the same black liquid is coming out of the eyes and mouths of both her friends, just like it once came out of the alien's body. Here Dio is unable to control them even if she wants to. She understands that after they give birth, they will probably be killed. Therefore, Dio now decides to kill the alien to stop all this. But when she goes inside to kill it, Hader and Charlotte stop her. To stop her, they attack her and knock her down by hitting her on the head. Dio, who is now injured, tells the alien to leave her companions, but the alien again tries to control Dio's mind. However, even after trying a lot, it is not able to control her. Meanwhile, Dio picks up a weapon and attacks the alien and kills it. Hader and Charlotte, who are pregnant with the alien, start running away to give birth to the alien babies. Dio knows that she cannot let the aliens be born. So, using the same buggy, she first hits Hader, who is running away in the desert. But this does not kill the alien growing in Hader's womb. So crying, Dio hits Hader in the stomach, killing both the alien and its host. After this, she sees that Charlotte is still running away. By this time, the buggy has also run out of fuel, so Dio now runs faster and starts chasing Charlotte. Meanwhile, Charlotte, who is no longer in control of herself, starts fighting with Dio to save her alien baby. By this time, the cab driver, who was supposed to take the three friends back, has arrived. He sees Dio and Charlotte fighting. Seeing Dio's weapon, he misunderstands and thinks that Dio is trying to kill Charlotte. Just as Dio is about to lunge at Charlotte and strike her in the stomach, the driver shoots Dio in the arm. He then picks up the injured Charlotte and begins carrying her toward a nearby town for treatment. Dio, however, has only been shot in the arm, so she manages to get back up. She starts going after the car because if the driver takes that alien to the main town, then the whole Earth will be in danger. She reaches the car and sees that Charlotte has killed the driver as well. Now Dio picks up the rifle kept in the car and goes after Charlotte. She then sees that Charlotte has started giving birth to the alien baby, and she understands that as soon as the alien is born, Charlotte will be killed anyway. So Dio strengthens her resolve and shoots Charlotte in the stomach. In this way, Dio finally kills the main alien along with the two alien babies. But along with them, both of her friends are also killed. Although Dio feels relieved that she has at least saved the Earth from those aliens, she is then shocked to see that thousands and millions of meteorites are now falling on Earth from the same alien planet in the sky. This means that the scientist's signal was not heard by this alien alone, but by all the aliens present on that planet, and now all of them are coming to Earth. This means that the destruction of this Earth is now certain, and with this shocking ending, the story comes to an end.